chỗ đó mới đi. Đó, trên đây đâu có cái xe nào đâu có chó.
Nhiều khi nó vô trong rừng á. Nha.
Yeah, we open chứ. Office open chứ đâu có restaurant open hẳn mà. Rồi leo lên trên luôn.
Ồ.
Không.
Không đi hả? Is you?
Con xin được không? Xin được thêm một người không?
Yeah, everyone else is good. Phải không?
Đi du.
The other side, if you have on this middle line here, and they'll need a parent to print date, time, and sign here. Other adults can print and sign on the bottom. So if you have more than one family, you know,
Okay.
there's lots of pages.
So one family can fit all on one side.
Can because we have one group, so can we have one person can write that's
Yeah,
it?
you can put as many people on one page.
One page. 6 chỗ rồi. Alright, so I'll do my family. I'll do my family. Cái gì? Alright, so tell.
Từ hôm nay là biết tờ rồi.
Nói gì vậy?
How much is this?
Mùa đông á.
Rồi.
Money back guarantee. Hả? Nếu không happy là lấy tiền được. Money back guarantee bảo. Cái này là tour hay là gì?
Thua hả? Nó dẫn mình đi mà. Nó dẫn mình đi xe ngựa. Sled trên đó mà mình đi xe ngựa chứ. Rồi, chó chứ, đi xe gì? Ask her Thảo. Hả?
Oh, this is Mick's father. This is grandfather. Mick's father. I know this father. Wow. Family, the whole thích lắm chứ. Đợi tính tiền xong rồi. So half an hour up, half an hour down, and half an hour right? No, the tour is an hour and a half. Thì đó thì up down, right thì có half an hour.
Được rồi.
Tiếng thôi hả?
Nó thua được.
Khoai nữa, chắc cái khoai xin chui chó.
Đúng rồi, nó nuôi chó rồi, nó hướng dẫn cũng cái này là experience nhiều lắm á. Chạy nửa tiếng là chó đó hụt máu rồi. Chó. Nói chị Hà em đi tour 1 tiếng đồng hồ.
Tiếng rưỡi tất cả là ha.
Nhưng mà
đợi tiếng rưỡi là thế.
Michael, hurry up.
Là nó giặt hả? Nó giặt để mà kiến da đen ra hả? Đâu có.
Chị ba không đem kiến đen á, chị đem kiến mát á. Con chó nó nhìn qua mắt chị là trong nó hiện con, nó nhìn chị á là tức là nó có cái reflection của cái con chó không của nó.
Ok. Vậy là khi nào có những chó là mình
Cái gì ghê vậy chị? Cất đi.
Ê ghê quá. Kéo quá đi.
Cái mùi đó.
Cái mùi này cái mùi này hộp cháo đéo không biết. Cái gì vậy?
Ồ, gần như ngủ rồi.
Đéo áo. Mũi thiệt luôn á.
Tiền mua người
Cứ gần cái chuồng đó tí nữa đi hết.
My name's Alex Seavey. I'm a fourth generation musher here. So Dallas Seavey's my uncle, Mitch Seavey's my grandfather, so I'm part of this whole Seavey family thing we got going on. But if you guys haven't heard of Iditarod, it's a 1,049-mile race starting in Wasilla, Alaska, and ending in Nome. This right here is the southern route, this right here is the northern route. On odd years we take the southern route, on even years we take the northern route. We do like to mix it up on the dogs just a little bit because once we've gone one route for like a long period of time, the dogs sort of realize that they know the trail better than we do and really don't want to listen. So we try and switch it up on them a little bit. This year we did change the race because of COVID. A lot of the villages and stuff like that didn't want a whole bunch of random people coming through. So what we did is we went from Wasilla to Takotna to the town of Iditarod and back the same way. The race was shortened by about 200 miles, a lot shorter, but the record right now from Wasilla to Nome is 8 days, 3 hours, 40 minutes, and 13 seconds. That was set by Mitch Seavey in 2017 when he won his third Iditarod. This year's race, since it was 200 miles, Mitch Seavey's third oldest son actually won this year's Iditarod. He won his fifth Iditarod win, so there's actually only 2 people in all of Iditarod history to ever win 5 Iditarods, and that's Dallas Seavey and Rick Swenson. That was pretty exciting for us. But have any of you guys heard the story of Balto? Some of you, maybe a little bit. They didn't have enough medicine there to cure everybody, so they ordered it all from the town of Anchorage, where it's probably where a lot of you guys flew into. But what they did is they tried to use the train all the way up to Nome from Anchorage. Thing is, they only got to the town of Nenana, and then the train tracks were so covered in snow they couldn't make it any farther. So they set up a relay race by dog team from Nenana to Nome, which is about 800 miles. Each one of the dog teams would carry the medicine about 75 miles and pass it on to the next dog team. Yes, Balto was the last dog, technically. But out of the full 800 miles, Balto went from here to here and back to here. He went about 27 miles of the full thing, got all the credit for it, and the movies, and the statue, and everything, and did nothing. So, the actual dog that did it, in 2010, they actually decided to put a little effort into finding the backstory of the race. The actual dog that did its name is Togo. They have now made a movie about him. It is on Disney. Completely different breed. They're not a AK certified dog, they're not a purebred, they're just, we're not pulling a whole bunch of weight. A fully loaded bracelet is only 75 to 100 pounds. With the musher on it, it's about 300 pounds total. 3 dogs go by themselves, so 3 of those pens are filled with 1 dog, the 4th pen is filled with 2 dogs, and then 2 dogs live outside. We do like to rotate them out so that they each get about a day or a night outside at one time. But yeah, these guys are burning about 14,000 calories a day out on the Iditarod, so they're burning quite a bit. We're feeding them a very high protein, high calorie kibble that's specially made for them. It's called Doctor's Infusion Mix. If you feed it to your average house dog, they will get fat very quickly, so I don't suggest it. So these guys are eating that kibble plus chicken skins, chicken fat, chicken skins, beef fat, salmon, liver, anything and everything. We can put calories and food into them. As you can tell, we're feeding them twice a day, as much as they want, but as you can tell, you can still see some ribs on them, so they're almost burning it faster than we can put it on them. But is there any questions before I get you guys split up into groups and out on the ride here? If you guys want to go with them, and then I'm going to have a group of 8 of you guys go with Miss Kayla over there. If you guys want to go ahead and follow her, 8 of you guys are going to go with her.
Seven.
Okay. Next, I'm going
Ôi hả? 2, 4, 6, 8 này rồi hả? Ok.
from from your guys' group.
That's fine, but we need 4 more.
5, 2, 2, 7, 8.
4 more, but gia đình Thuận đi.
Nó đi rồi.
Also, we need 5 more.
Rồi ai go with you?
Rồi, vô, quất tay. Cắt bên này. Chưa?
Okay, there are 9 in your group. You guys are actually gonna be, yep, you guys are gonna be with Mr. Dylan over there, your group of 9. I'm gonna...
Mình 9 người.
I want to take pictures with Sarah.
Okay, yep, you guys,
8, 9.
you're gonna go with them. I need one more person to go with them.
Jasmine?
Đủ chưa?
Oh, can I go? Can I go? With Sarah?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cái này bao nhiêu người?
Right there, so I'm
1,
gonna need
2,
one
3,
more of you
4, 5,
guys to go
6,
with them.
7, 8. One more person.
Ok, I go with you.
Need one
Ok.
Có muốn đi không? Bắt việc đi bên kia.
Để qua này, con qua đây, qua đây.
Yep, you guys in this group are gonna be going with Mr. Hunter. The rest of you guys are
Ghê quá hả? Giống sói thiệt
Cho
này.
sỏi chứ còn gì nữa.
Ồ, con này con sói đúng rồi.
Mà
Con cái răng nanh đó kìa.
Ồ,
Oh man, ghê hồn thiệt. Có cái răng đó kìa. Ồ, man, chó nhà mày đâu có cái răng này.
Hai. How many more? How many more? Two more? Two more?
2 more.
Because you guys are a big group, right?
Yes, yes.
Could we have one person come over to the other cart?
Which part?
Which
It's
part?
just I can take you across.
Is this same group?
It's this,
Same group?
It's
Yeah, same group.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I can go.
Same group, but it's a different cart. So
That's okay.
yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, I can go.
Great. I'll take you. I'm just gonna come around.
You want to go?
You wanna go with the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Maybe you can send the group the kid.
Yeah.
You have to ask
This
first.
team is
Let's see what group is that.
they're a young group of dogs, so we don't like to. put
No,
as
but
much-
the same group are our group.
Oh yeah, same as your group.
Coi chừng, Kaylin.
Nó đi với xe là nó. Thấy rồi.
Kaylin,
Nó đi với xe.
watch out the dog, okay?
Ăn xí rồi ha, chết xí rồi ha.
Sorry about that.
Không, được, ok.
Ok hả? À.
Muốn dông rồi, mình ngồi cho. Nó rớt rồi.
Rồi anh Việt đó đó.
Nghe má kìa.
Anh như còn 2 giây không? Để làm phải làm hết.
Ồ, ok. Ồ, sắp rồi thì sắp ra nó kêu vậy á. Cái đó mở cửa đó. Đó, nó mở cửa ra, nó la vậy đó.
We're about to get pretty loud.
Giờ lúc đó là đầu tiên đó.
Không cho nó đi nó buồn đó.
Mơn chạy vòng vòng nghe chưa? Mơn chưa?
Đúng nè.
Đi mà, chị nói nó đi exercise nè. Để cho nó dạ. Nó thè đuổi ra mà nó chạy nước miếng mà nó áp đi á, sai đi á.
Quay đầu lại nhìn mình nữa kìa.
Nó có thầy á. Sao nó thè đuổi nó chạy nước miếng sai rồi mình đâu. Tại vô mình vô bên nhà mình mệt. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god. Jacqueline, mommy on the dog sleigh. This is the dog sleigh. Look at 14 dogs pulling us. It's so cute. Oh, baby. Come on, baby.
Rồi cắt nước rồi, cắt nước rồi.
Rồi đuối rồi.
Okay.
What happened?
So we're gonna stop a lot on the trip just because it's pretty warm for the dogs today.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
run best in.
Oh, look at that dog.
Thủ luôn à.
Frisky every now and then.
Ui mình kéo đi là anh đi ha. Được không? Kéo đi là đi sao?
Mình khuyên nó rồi mà.
Kéo đi là anh đi đó sao? Nhanh hơn nè, đó, thấy không?
Con đó đầu ơi, con cuối con nào mệt hơn.
Good job. Cái con đen của con kìa, cứ ngừng lại cái là nó nhào lên là ngừng lại là nó hớt, nó nhảy lên con kia. Con đen đó nó sung quá.
Phải, nó tưởng con cái bên là cái. Mà con kia nãy giờ giận lắm á.
I'm straight, man. I don't know that sao kia vậy sao?
Is ready?
Yes. Kìa quá. Con nó chạy quá. Không nhảy qua bên kia luôn á. Không nhảy qua cho nó sai luôn.
Đội chung với con kia đi không được luôn nè.
Lẫn con kia luôn.
Cái con này con là thọt kìa, hay sao vậy?
khoa cái dạy cho con này luôn. Đó, bỏ cho cái hộp khoa con đó kìa.
What? Oh man.
Yeah, that's why these are.
Đám của mình kìa, đám quý đó.
So did you want a picture?
Yeah, with the dog. Yeah, with the dog. Okay. Thank you. You go.
Ồ, mấy cái con chó này nó không có thiến, thành ra nó mới bị vậy á. Chưa thiến hả? Chưa thiến, không có thiến. Đâu thì chưa thiến nó mới sung, nó không có thiến. Đứng không? Đứng lên cho nó chụp hình.
Không cho mình đứng không?
Không, nó đứng đây chụp hình mà. Rudy cannot fit here.
Oh, wow. And you all came up from California? I grew up in southern Arizona myself. Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah. They all have their own personality and yeah, it's
Chihuahua and they have a mini pincher.
oh wow, they are small.
The Chihuahua is a female and the mini pincher is a boy, but they both fit, so.
Yeah. So I actually and they decided to sell.
Bên trái hả? Bên kia ho thì nó có kệ không? Ask the question. Im lặng đấy.
Every day when you guys train them?
No, we like to switch it up a bit. So you heard me. So like you might have noticed earlier, we were kind of going one way, and then I called out the command "ha," and then they all went to the left.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, they get used to going to the right, and then we'll go left. This way is a little more fun. You guys seem like a cool group, so we went this way. But yeah, and that's different than the way we went up. You know, so we can go back the same way. But I like to switch it up for them. It helps train the lead dogs.
Right.
We try to train them all to lead. To be able to run up front and learn those commands. So this helps them do that, and that way they don't get bored, get used to going the same way, they don't pick up any bad habits, you know, keeps them fresh. The two lead dogs, I mean, they all might know that command, but really the only ones that can do much are the front two because everyone's, you know, tied to them, you know, so they have to follow the leader.
And do they only listen to you or?
No, to any, well, so there's all the guides here, there's, you know, 5 or 6 of us, and so on my day off, someone else will drive this team, or like I was driving another team earlier, we'll switch around a bit. They might get used to a single person, and you do have to build a relationship with them. So like when I first got here a couple weeks ago, they're like, who's this big guy? They don't know me. They screw around. They get in fights. They don't listen as well. But after working with them for a couple weeks, and they're, you know, you feed them, you pet them, you take care of them, then they start to know, okay, this, you know, he's going to be around here. We'll respect him a little more. And then they listen a lot better. They get in less fights, you know.
So which means that if we give the command to them, that they go listen to the customers.
They might. If you say it with confidence, if you say it like you know what you're doing. So like there's some mushers out there, they can hop on any team and beat you with your own team. You know, there are some people that are just good with dogs, or good dog trainers, good dog drivers, and they can hop on any team and they just have that confidence and that command to take charge of action. But there are some people, you know, that maybe they only work really well with the dogs that they've raised. If they go on to another team, they might be a little intimidated. The dogs will pick up on that and they might not listen so well. So you might say it and they might, if it's a good lead dog, they'll listen. But if they're like, oh, maybe we can take advantage of this guy and we'll go our own way because he does, you know. So it just depends on the particular dog and the particular person. It's all about building relationships out here, you know. Eddie. Good job.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
Chưa, nó chơi
So
xuống.
I like to give them all a little pet and tell them good job after the run, and you guys are welcome to do the same if you like.
You have treats for them?
Well, actually, they will get fed after this, so we'll give them a big piece of fish. But we'll wait till it kind of everybody clears out because it gets kind of messy. But yeah, if you guys want to give them little pets.
Rồi vô Lộc. Chờ hả? Ai rồi vô? Lộc rồi vô chứ. Ừ.
Con nào con ấy vậy? Con nào con ấy vậy?
Em nó nhỏ, không dám nhỏ quá rồi nó coi. Buồn lắm chứ. Dạ, liền á. Uống liền hay. Còn biết bao nhiêu người lạ một ngày, biết bao nhiêu người lạ rồi đó.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Giờ mình vô đây làm gì?
Coi con puppy gì đó hả? Hay là nó thấy giới thiệu gì?
Puppy.
I'm able to use that real quick. I will be right back and we will continue this. But I'm just going to.
Quên quay rồi, mặc áo quần cho chó. Hả? Biết quay mặc áo chó.
Có này gì nữa? Hả?
There we go. So we're gonna gather back around over here. I'm gonna finish our equipment down. So, yeah. So then I'm gonna show you guys a few of our mandatory items here. So this right here, this is called a dog food cooker. We use this to basically heat up the dog's food. We do like to feed them a nice hot meal because of the fact that a lot of basically when the dogs are running and they are already at 20 below, we want to feed them a nice hot meal so it helps them. These are called snowshoes. These are mandatory as well, meaning if we do not have them in our sled at all points in time, we are disqualified from the race. These are snowshoes, so they have been modified a little bit. They used to have spikes at the bottom, but the spikes were holes in the sled bag, so we took a grind of the spikes and took them off. Next thing is these are normally tipped up quite a bit more. Thing is the tip makes it hard to pack, so we lay it flat on our garage floor, run it over with the truck, and it makes it flat and easier to pack. Next, other mandatory items, which I do not actually have in the sled at the moment, are axe, sleeping bag, headlight, basically anything and everything for safety purposes. Everything that we're doing out there is to keep the dogs safe and ourselves safe, even though running a Iditarod sort of puts your life on the line anyway. But if you guys, this sled right here is actually called a sit-down sled. It's called a sit-down sled because of the fact that it has a seat attached to the back. Just staying on the sled. If you guys want to look up at this big graph we got up here, so this is a graph of Michigan's 2014 race. Basically just showing you, basically the race broken down into steps. So the green is the time running, the red is the time stopped, and the black is the time sleeping. Over 8 days, 9 days technically, Mitch Stevie got less than 15 hours of sleep.
Wow.
I personally need like 10 or 11 hours of sleep at night, and that right there is not a schedule I can maintain personally. As you can tell, the first black line you see is already 3 days into the race before he gets a black line you guys see up there. There's actually a little red line the same width. That is actually where Mitch Stevie crashed going down the Delta Gorge in 2014, yes.
How about the rider? Just one rider?
One musher, yep, right here.
And he slept like a lap too?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So actually, the hardest part of Iditarod is actually called the Dalzo Gorge. That is where Mitch Stevie crashed in 2014. He had to fix his sled out there. But the Dalzo Gorge is the hardest part because of the fact you're going down a valley. And there's not much of a trail, so it's being notched out of ice. Basically, the trail is about that wide only, and you're getting your whole team down that. It's solid glare ice, and you're slaloming across 30 ice bridges with flowing water underneath them. If you fall in that water, you'll get hypothermia almost instantly, so I don't suggest falling in. But this right here is a picture of my dad dating CV going down the Dallas Gorge in 2001. As you can tell, he's following the side of the mountain right there and working his dog team around across the bridge. Thing is, with mushing, it's really hard because of the fact that when you go to make a corner, you have to speed up your dog team so you don't crash on the inner corner. Thing is, on ice, if you, like going down that, if you speed up very quickly, basically your whole sled is launched off the side of the bridge and you are off in the water. Not very fun. But that is a pretty difficult part of Iditarod. Also, there are some other parts like this right here. I don't exactly know what musher that is, but this is actually all ice. This is ice that they're mushing on. And so it's actually quite nerve-wracking because of the fact, because this right here, this is called your track pad. This is what we use basically to keep the dogs at a slow pace. That's their speed control basically. But that doesn't, the brake pad doesn't work on the ice. It just basically slides. So we have to step on this big metal brake we got here. This is called a brake or a brake bar. We step on the big metal brake and then it slows us down very quickly. Thing is that when you're stepping on that, all the ice that you're then stepping on is cracking underneath you as you go along. Wow. It's very nerve-wracking. I've done it. It sucks. It's like, okay, you hear the ice cracking underneath you and it's like, yeah, no, don't like being out here. But this right here, this is actually Dallas on the coast. He's on ice as well. You can't stop out there either. It's just solid ice, so you're just sliding along. It's very difficult. Winner of Iditarod gets $45,000, a brand new Dodge truck, and this trophy you guys see right here. Mitch CV has 3 of these trophies. Basically the fattest dog that we have ever had. He likes to raid our free buffet of food for the dogs. Normally all of our dogs are like in their own separate houses and they can't really get loose. The thing is, Crisp is old enough to be one of those dogs that just runs around free. So he goes and steals everything, so he's like huge. Next Pilot, he is still running. Right now at the moment, he is the father of most of our puppies, so I'm gonna just stop there, but that's what he's doing at the moment. But that's what's happening. Also, this right here, actually the 2 lead dogs of the winning team get yellow roses, which is this right here. These are the 2017 yellow roses. It's sort of like a wreath that goes around their neck, basically. There's also one other award for the dogs that they get. It's called the Golden Harness Award. It's basically like the best dog out on the trail, I guess. So that's what that is for. Is there any other questions? No? Okay, so I'm going to get the rest of you guys that have not gone on the tour, have not gone on the ride, split up into groups here. So if the people that have not gone on the ride want to follow me on out the door here, the rest of you guys can stand here, look around. I will be right back, and then we will go see puppies after that. If you guys want to follow everybody that hasn't gone on the tour, follow me on the
nó track là sao ta?
Yeah? Yeah.
Này, có cái đó cái này kia này.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
guys.
that's so nó track là sao?
Yeah.
You die?
Chạy lẹ hơn. Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Well, ice is really thick.
Well, how do you know it's thick or not?
Jack,
Right here.
Take a picture. Do something. Go. Do something.
stand up.
If there is someone in there, we will just have to wait for them to come out. Can sustain up to 60 below. 60 below? That's when we stop running them all together.
See puppies in a few minutes.
Yes.
When you say the race, is it the race for Alaska only or for the whole world?
So this is the longest race in the world by dog team, but it only is in Alaska.
Oh, so all the world.
Yes.
More international participation. Wow. Yeah. So we have the home game advantage then. We have home game advantage. Home field advantage.
Nhà heo á.
Yes, but we don't
Có chuông. Cái này ăn cáo sao nó sủa chuồng rồi đó.
No, cái đó là bột chớp đi ra kìa.
Con này nó lạc á.
Nó bị lạc rồi.
Nó bị lạc á. Đúng không? Nó trên mà sao nó bận?
Nó thả ra kìa, nguyên một bầy kìa. Nó lạc.
Man. Thôi mình vô.
Gì đi.
Ngày đi con chó mà tôi không dai.
Mommy, let's do another one.
Okay, take that one home. You run 25 miles, they would have
That's how to discourage them out of getting the dog.
Mấy con lần hả? Rồi cô vào chụp cho Helen.
Mày, just say that.
Sorry, I just this back in.
No, all of our dogs. No, so all of our dogs are extremely friendly. Not one of them has ever been someone with a batteries that we use to get we have them lined out to each checkpoint. Yes.
Might be holding us a
We have about a 10-minute at each checkpoint where we'll pick up what we need at each checkpoint and then take some more.
Let's go see home. Con quay phim cho.
We have what's called heat. It's a liquid, like a flammable liquid that doesn't freeze.
He's growling
So we put it in there, burn it, and help warm the dog's food up.
It's like covering.
Have you ever go to the race?
I have not run the race. These guys are humble. I've never run it, but I've snowmachined the last race. They have to be in shape, definitely, but but like Mitch Seavey has won it, Mitch and Dallas have won it a total of 8 times put together, and they're both like that tall and so they're quite small people, but not like very small. There's some small people, but it's a lot better if you are small because you can cover up things a little bit more.
Bơm cầm nó lên để cho bắt việc chụp hình Ngọc. Nó cầm nó lên. Oh, nó pooping. Nó pooping.
Let him walk.
Ôi nhìn này con, nhìn look. Good.
Are we done?
Not quite yet. We're going to be done in just a few minutes.
Nó là hết luôn á. Lạnh á hả? Tại vì nó nói nó không đi vòng đó.
Thiếu energy.
Xong rồi gần xong rồi nè. Ra kiếm gì ăn mua liền. The mother dog wandering around.
Yeah, that is the mom.
So
she likes her puppies. She has weaned them off, so they're not feeding with her anymore. They're eating solids now.
Because she wanders around looking right.
Hugo, yep, his yes.
Wait.
We have 1 second here. We do have hand sanitizer up at the gift shop. Yeah, you guys are all good. We're gonna actually head on out this way now here. We have hand sanitizer up at the gift shop as well if there's not enough. Yeah, so we're gonna head up on this way.
Không, đâu có làm gì đâu, mình sẽ được.
Cô đi đâu?
Mà cắn con giờ. Dạ, ra thấy ghê quá. mình sẽ nó huấn luyện xong mình không cắn được hay ta, nó thả ở lao kìa, nó con chạy trong vòng.
Cỏ sọ như ghê sao? Bên chỗ đi xuống lên ghê. Này gió xuống nhìn cái lại như cái lại.
Ho là trái, si lục là phải, hiểu chưa?
Eat at the place like a burger. The place is really nice.
Hai video muốn cảm thấy kia ăn